Hi.
Takes a minute.
It's been so long since we've
I know.
seen you
Hey, I
all.
just saw you just a minute ago. Coach is there. Okay, let's let a couple people pop on, then we'll start. You got to get all your stuff. You got. What about your eggs? What did we do with your eggs?
I have them right over here.
Awesome. We'll have some wine. Hey, Russ. I should log onto my phone so that I can see it better, and then you guys can ask questions, right? Let me do that. That would be better. Ooh, I can watch it live and have it right here. Ooh, there I am.
Oh.
Hey, Vince. Okay. All right. So we've got some people. Ooh, I got to turn the volume off. I'm all excited. Okay, so hope you guys are having a good evening. We have a great show tonight. We're doing French macaroons, as I said earlier, and risotto. So Chef Jade, if you're not familiar with her, she's awesome. I've interviewed her several times on the radio, and she does catering. She's got a cooking academy now. So this woman is talented, and I've been a big fan of hers for quite some time. So when I asked her, did she want to come on, she's like, I don't really like to be on camera. So she's like a good sport. I want some thumbs up for support for Jade. Being in front of the camera is not easy. If I ever invite you to come on with me and you're not used to being in front of the camera, you get on and you're like, it's hard. And so this isn't an easy thing to do. And so I appreciate her coming on. And so come on, we want some encouragement, people.
And chefs are used to being in the back.
Yeah, chefs aren't like used to being on camera. So everybody have patience. You know, it's not everybody likes to be on camera. So not everybody's like me. Just like I have no shame. I'm like vacuuming or dusting. I'm used to being on camera from being on TV and whatever. So Chef Jade is going to do, like I said, macaroons and risotto. We're going to start with macaroons.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We're going to do
Are we ready to go?
We're ready to go.
All right, I'm going to try and read your comments. So if anybody has any questions, I can ask her for you. I don't know if I have the right stream. I'm technically challenged. I will just say that. So anybody, I've had people like post like they want to help me with the video. I'm all for it. Like if you have advice, we'd love it. We know we're like in selfie mode, but if we're not in selfie mode right now, I don't know what you're seeing. So for me, I need to have selfie mode, and Facebook Live is persnickety because you can't do it in landscape, which would be so much better. So, all right, Chef, take it away.
All right. So we are making French macaroons.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my, Trisha.
What, do you have an eggshell?
Oh, God.
I'm going to start with an eggshell cookie. So that when you eat it, you're like, either I lost a tooth or there's an eggshell in there. Yeah.
So we need to start with first we have our eggs that we've had out room temperature.
Yeah, room temp eggs. So Chef had a great tip that I had not thought of. A lot of recipes are asking for your eggs to be at room temp, and that has to do with the way they whip, right? It has something to do with that.
We want to get a stiff peak with our eggs.
Okay.
When we're doing our macaroons. So we're gonna just put it straight into the mixer bowl, or if you have a whisk, it takes a little bit longer.
Gotta use some muscles.
You could still.
So what she had said that I did not know, but it makes sense, is if you don't have time to have them sitting out to be room temp, just put them in some warm water. I love it. I'm like,
yeah, so you
wow.
can do it about 4 minutes as opposed to overnight.
I love it. Okay, so perfect.
So I'm gonna get rid of my egg yolks. I have my egg whites.
Okay.
So that's 2 large eggs that we're starting with.
Okay. She's off. Maybe she's picking out the shells. I don't know what you're doing here. Oh, she's taking out the yolks. Now, did you throw that yolk away?
Of course not.
Okay, good. Because you can make sauce with it, or you can do all kinds of stuff with it later, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I mean, or just add it to your scrambled eggs in the morning.
So I don't know if you guys can see. So it's just simple. So 2 egg whites.
Egg whites. So you're making a meringue.
So we're gonna do a meringue. So this is part of the step. So it's really only like a 5-ingredient recipe. It's just every step in the process is so important. You don't want to, we'll talk about it more.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't bake, because it's so scientific. I've started though, I'm getting excited. And you have a different kind of mixer, and do you like this, since we're doing a little review of mixers at the time? What do you think about this one?
So I have a Breville mixer. This one was a gift, and I've had it for about 6 years, and
you like it?
I've never thought of replacing it.
Okay,
so.
that's good. I know, I have a KitchenAid. I'm not happy with it, but the gears are stripped, but I'm going to get another KitchenAid because I already have all the attachments. So, yeah, I'm just being cheap. Okay,
So I'm gonna get this
Hey, Matt.
started because we want to
Yeah.
aerate.
Okay.
We want to have our eggs whipped. Let's see, just clicking.
Okay. So you're looking for stiff peaks?
So we want stiff peaks. So we're gonna let the egg whites go for a while by themselves, and then
Okay.
we're gonna slowly add in our sugar.
Okay.
And because these are for our mint macaroons, we're gonna be using a gel mint food coloring.
Okay, so where can you get that? I mean, you don't really see that. I mean,
Well,
you have to go to
get it-
specialty.
So I went to a specialty cake store. I went to Cakewalk in Redlands.
Yes.
They have tons of things, and every time I go there, I find new stuff that I really like also.
So I know that we're backwards, but it's called Chef Master. Whip it good. So gel, is the color more cohesive?
So you want gel because you don't want to add too much moisture and mess
Ah,
up with the
okay.
recipe.
So regular extracts are a lot of water
Yeah.
or coloring. Okay, good.
Yeah. So we have.
Can they see inside there? I
we're
think
starting.
They can. Yeah, they can. I think they can. I
We're
think
starting
they
to
can
get some
see it. I'm gonna
bubbles.
tilt that a little bit more so they can see more into what you're doing here. I'm just gonna tilt it ever
So we're gonna post the recipe later, but I have some of the granulated sugar. I'm gonna add about half of that. Then I'm just gonna do one little squirt of our food coloring.
I love the pretty colors of macaroons. I'm not a fan of food coloring, but
Yeah.
in a macaroon, I'm like, ooh, are we gonna do like those pretty pastel colors? I love them. They're so, ooh, I
Well,
love it.
gel is also really good for any kind of baking or cooking because it's more concentrated, so
Yes.
you don't get that taste
Yes.
so much.
That's the thing I hate about food coloring is that taste is so awful. That is looking so pretty, I have to
And then we're
say.
gonna do a quarter teaspoon of our mint extract.
Okay, so mint.
So you want your egg whites to already be pretty much formed,
Okay.
and we want stiff peaks. I'll show you guys what that is. So just slowly, just a quarter teaspoon of the mint extract is what I use. And this stuff is very strong.
So pure
you don't
mint
need
extract.
much.
Hey Jackie, I know, who doesn't love macaroons? Hey Christy, I know. I was like, I'm not wearing a penguin shirt and the game's on, and I'm missing it. Keep me apprised of the score, please.
So we can check on these.
Oh gosh, that smells so
It's
good.
very potent. So stiff peak.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
so pretty. I love it.
So this is done.
Oh my gosh, that's it?
So
That's
now
not it.
I have my almond flour and my powdered sugar in here.
Okay.
And this, I sifted it twice because you want to get rid of all the extra junk that's in there.
I'm gonna show
or-
for people that don't know what's, like what a sifter is
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. So this is something, this is why I don't bake. I mean, I think if you're following me, you know well enough. I just cook off the cuff, whatever. Not a chef. She's a professional. I'm so not. But she sifted this twice. I'm like, I don't even shift once. Or sift, not shift. So you're doing this because you're looking for any lumps that might be in it. And I guess she was saying like some of the imperfections in the cookie you can see if you don't sift your flour.
So we want perfectly smooth, cute macaroons.
Cute.
We don't
Hey.
want chunks of whole almond in
Yes.
there. And
Penguins 1, Oilers 0. I love that. I'm happy. Thank you. I know. Let's go pens. I don't have my pens on. But so I've always had this, but I've never used it. So now I know why I have it. Awesome. Okay, so you sift it.
okay, so we're gonna sift it one more time.
Okay.
I know, so annoying.
So 3 times.
So yeah, a total of 3 times. So I did it twice already. You can see it's pretty fine. Can you hold that for me?
Yeah, for
please?
sure. This is why she's the chef.
So we're just gonna put.
And I'd asked you earlier why almond flour, but this is a recipe you've used and it's worked.
I think it's the only way to do it.
Okay.
I don't think you can really do keto. You can't mess with the sugar. You can't mess with the flour. It's
Okay,
just
it just is
a
what it is.
straightforward, yeah.
Okay, and then you just,
All right, so
do you want me to do it while you talk, or are you gonna do it?
sure. I
Okay.
mean, whoever. We're all friends.
Can you see what she's doing? So she just cranks it and it
Or
just,
if you want to tilt that.
yeah,
then you
yeah,
can
there you
kinda
go. So it looks so pretty. It smells amazing. I really want mint and chip ice cream now. It smells so good.
see. Mhm.
So this is just gonna give a really nice texture to her dry ingredients so that the cookie looks smooth,
Yes.
right? Okay. I'm so learning about baking. If you bake like bread and cookies, message me. I want to learn. Like I'm on a mission now. I'm like pioneer woman. I'm like I want to make noodles and bread loaves, and I know it's crazy. I think something's happened to me. I'm alien abduction because I am like anti-baking like forever. I do not bake. I hate it. All of a sudden, I like it. I'm kind of into it. So it's fun to learn, you know, and certainly makes nice gifts at Christmas time, I think.
I think
For
macaroons
sure.
are the best.
Well, I mean, you go to Neiman Marcus, I mean, they sell them at Christmas time. I mean, they're super expensive. I think they're like $5 or $6 for one cookie. So if you're doing a tray of them for somebody for a gift, you know, you could wrap these up really pretty for teachers and add like a Starbucks gift card to them. I mean, what a pretty thing. And I'll show you guys later. I'm gonna get them, in fact, while I've got you guys on.
So I'm gonna start mixing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm just gonna fold this ever so gently. It's very sensitive, but what I'm looking for is, I guess, molten lava is how it's described. So after I do about 30 turns,
Okay.
it should be about ready, and then I'll start showing you guys what it should look like, the difference.
Okay.
Because each step in macaroons, that's why they're so finicky and kind of annoying to make, is because each step is so important that it has to be done perfectly.
You could completely
all
screw
the
them
way
up if
through.
you don't. If you're not a
If you
rule
do one
follower.
thing, yeah.
I'm not a rule follower.
So I'm just gonna fold it, and then
Okay.
Trisha will talk about her.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
and again, this is to prevent, because you've whipped air into the meringue, and so if you were to mix it, you would be
Yes.
taking the air back out, right?
So it's very fluffy, and I'm just making sure I scrape the bowl as I'm doing it. And
So it's just very slow. So it's a labor of love. I'll teach you eclairs, really, in cream puffs with homemade pastry cream. Are you serious? What? Yes, please. Hello. Okay, send me a message. Okay, so what I was gonna say, and if we have time afterwards and we haven't had too much wine, I might show you. But these little cello bags, and you can get like printed ones or whatever. These are great. You just put baked goods, you just kind of stack them in a row. And then you just take some really cute ribbon, you know, and I just have like a Christmassy one here. Tie a really pretty bow, and then you can add you could add a little ornament on here. You could add, you go to the dollar store and get a cute little ornament and add it as a teacher gift, or you could do a gift card on there. So it's a really thoughtful and pretty gift, especially if they're like pink and green and all the pretty colors. They're just a really nice gift. So invest in some cello bags. They're really easy. You can get them anywhere. And I like these as opposed to like boxes and things like that, because you can see how pretty the treat is in here. Everybody's ready. Can you over mix it? Chloe wants to know.
you can over mix it and under mix it.
Yeah, so it's really important to
So
do
I'll
it
even
slow.
show you guys where I'm at right now. So you can see it's kind of slowly going, but we want it to be like a smooth, consistent flow.
Okay,
Like lava.
like lava. So are you gonna re-whip it again or no?
No.
Oh,
So this bowl is gonna go straight to the piping bag.
wow.
And then that's it. So then it
Okay,
gets to sit out, and then we'll bake it. It takes
Okay.
about 15 minutes. I would
okay.
say.
But we need to we're gonna pipe them and then we're gonna put them under like a fan, right?
Just to make it
dry
go
'em.
quicker, you can let it sit out. It might take about 30 minutes without a fan.
Okay, and then we'll be making risotto in the mix, and of course eating it and some wine if you want wine. I didn't realize. I mean, it really is not that difficult, but it's
No.
just it's the steps that are like so
Yeah.
precise. Okay, yeah, probably not the best thing if you're not like a major rule follower. So it looks like, I mean, it really deflates down. It would make me nervous if I was making this because I think I ruined it, but that's what it's supposed to look like.
So slowly but surely, we want it to be more uniform, and then it'll be ready to put in.
So what would happen if you whipped it, like with the beater again?
It would just be flat and probably not rise.
Okay,
We want to keep those.
I want to keep it. You're
want
mesmerized. I know. That's right. Jade is pretty.
It smells really good. Oh, I like. Oh, my face.
Yeah, it smells. I love the color. I love the shade, and that's a perfect Christmas color. I think. You know, it's like it's not too green,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be pretty with like. And I love like the darker pink and that kind of pastel green for Christmas because I don't want to eat a red cookie. I'm sorry. When I see like a red cookie in the grocery store, I'm like, ah, it looks like poison on a cup, you know, or on a plate. So I love those pastel colors for Christmas. You can even get like little holly, little sprigs of holly, and wrap them up. So pretty.
So we're getting closer. It's becoming more uniform.
Okay.
We want more, I guess, a quicker flow. Right?
Okay, so that's when you're saying lava flow.
Yeah, so we want it
Okay.
to go a little bit.
Now I understand what
a
you're
little
saying.
smoother.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird that it's just egg whites, cream of tartar. Did you put sugar in there?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How much sugar?
Do
you have the recipe? Where is it?
I think 3/4 cups.
Is it over here?
We've got our-
And I will post this, you guys. But basically it's a cup of almond flour, it's 3/4 a cup of powdered sugar, it's 2 large egg whites, it's 1/4 a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and then 1/4 a cup of sugar, granulated, and then 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then 1/4 of a teaspoon or to your taste of the food coloring. And then she'd whip the egg whites first. You added, in the egg whites, you added the cream of tartar, right, at some point?
There's, yeah, so sugar, cream of tartar, and
In
then
the egg whites?
color, yeah, and then I did my gel food
I
coloring.
wasn't paying attention that well. I have ADD. Okay, so, and then she added the almond flour. So she sifted the almond flour and the powdered sugar together, correct? Is that what you did? And then the 1/4 cup of granulated?
Yes.
That's what you sifted, basically
So
3
it's
or 4
like
times.
two different measurements. So the
Okay.
almond flour, powdered sugar is in one bowl, and
Right.
you sift that, and then you have the wet ingredients and
Okay.
the sugar.
And I will say, I'm gonna start putting the recipes in the thread when we're done, because I know everybody's asking for the written recipe. So we will type and get it in there for you, but, you know, if you want to screenshot it, it's right there. If you're hasty and, you know, you want to
I
like
guess
get to
I
making
should
them
have
now.
done this one. So a little tip to help you, if you're piping alone, you can use like a jar. We used a mason jar,
Yeah.
and that just kind of holds your piping bag steady.
I think that's great.
Sorry, I left you guys out of that one.
And then talk about the piping bags, because a lot of people don't know about them.
So piping bags, this one's like a reusable one. You can get different sizes. I have just a, I guess, standard piping tip.
Okay. Sounds
And
pretty good.
with macaroons, this is the best size, I would say. You don't
Okay.
want it to come out too fast or too slow.
Okay.
So,
And you could you, I mean, I've used a Divine. Would you judge me if I said I used a baggie and cut the tip off?
like a Sticker Brothers? I
No,
would judge you.
no, like a Ziploc, like a heavy duty bag. Sorry, I have used one. Hey, Victor.
So then we have,
I
they
love
sell
this.
them in stores. This is just
Like a template.
It's a template. So this is just used a shot glass and a Sharpie.
Okay.
And you can put this underneath. So parchment paper. It can't be wax paper. It
Okay.
can't be any tin foil. It has to be parchment paper. So that helps it from sticking. These are very sensitive cookies.
Okay.
So you also, once you get your batter done, you don't want to wait too long before it's already starting to come
Okay.
out.
All right. Do your
But
thing.
you don't want to wait too long or set it aside for 20 minutes. You want to kind of just get your macaroons onto the sheet.
For sure.
And then you have all the time in the world, honestly. All right.
Just get working because I want to eat them. I'm dying.
So when piping, we'll just do, a little trick. To keep it from moving, you can put a little bit of your batter underneath and put it on the corner
I love it.
of the tray.
Did you guys get that? So she's just putting like a little dab of the batter to hold the parchment down.
And I guess I should say the Sharpie template is not going in the oven. We're going to slide
Right.
that out from underneath.
So the Sharpie template is underneath, and she laid another piece of clean parchment on top, and you can keep that template for every time you want to make these if you don't want to keep redoing that. Can you guys see what she's doing? Oh my gosh. Look at your skills, man. That's why you went to chef school. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
So you don't want to go all the way to the edge because we're going to tap these out. We want to get the air bubbles out.
Okay.
And then...
So they'll spread.
So they'll spread a little bit, and then after we tap them, we want, I guess, a crust to form. So we're gonna let them sit out for a minute. We're gonna put them in the fan so it goes a little bit faster. But we wanna get that film so that the cookies rise in the oven instead of kind of spreading out like a chocolate chip cookie would or
Smart.
every other
See,
cookie.
I would be like, mine would be like this. Yeah, she's like, you can pipe them all. But I'm like, I don't really know how to pipe. What do I do? You know, she's like, yeah, never mind. Because I would do like the whole circle. I'd be like coloring in there, and they would be like one big giant macaroon. So I get that. I see what you're doing. So you're making them smaller than the template because you're going to tap them down, and they look like they're going to be so pretty. That is awesome. Has anybody on here already made? Hey, Brecca, has anybody here made, your friend Brecca's on.
That's my best friend.
Has anybody here made macaroons before? I mean, if you have, like, I'm so impressed. Seriously. I made chocolate chip cookies. I actually make cookies at Christmas time, and I will do some videos of the cookies. I make some really great cookies at Christmas time, but I am like literally swearing the entire time, like, I hate baking because it's so time consuming, and I feel like with a pie, you can just bake it and be done.
I'm gonna tap now.
Okay, tapping.
So this is gonna help get the air bubbles out, and it's gonna help smooth out our cookies. Sorry for your new counter.
It's okay.
I feel like such guilt. See what the deal?
And they are, they're spreading out.
We'll flip it around. My neighbors always know when I'm making macaroons. They're tapping on the counter.
Okay, so they've spread out.
So just like all four corners.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens now? Do we need to preheat this oven? We didn't do that.
Well, these are going to be setting out.
Oh, they're gonna
The
set
oven
out.
won't take too long.
Okay.
So, yeah, so these we're going to set. We have a table over here. We're going to
Okay,
set
I'll
them
take it.
on.
Okay.
And then we're
I'll
going to
put
put
the
a
fan
fan on them, and we just, you want them to not be tacky. So after, I guess, 10 minutes, we'll check them, and then I'll just do like a light tap, and then if they stay all in one, then they're ready to go in the oven. And then it takes about 13 to 18 minutes to bake. We're going to be doing ours at 300 degrees. I know some recipes do like 350 and then go down to 325, but I just stay at 300. It's easiest for me.
Got the fan. Now you're
So
going
that
to
was
do-
our mint. So for the mint ones, we did our mint extract and then the green gel food coloring.
Okay. So now you're going to do...
Now we have our pumpkin spice.
Do you want me to clean that for you?
So for pumpkin spice,
I'm willing to clean. I know, Maddie said she's going to make it tomorrow. Okay. Yes, you can buy Silpat. I have, oh, the Silpat with the actual, yes, I've seen that, Vince. Thank you. Good point. They have the, do you know what Silpats are? I know I have them somewhere. I'll get them out. They're like a silicone liner that you can put on your baking sheet. And so Vince, he's a chef. What he's saying is that you can get them that already have the stencil already on there, which is great. I know I have them somewhere in here. I'm trying to find them. Anyway, I was going to show them to you if I could find them, but they're great to have. They're great when you're baking because everything just comes right off of them. So they're really nice to bake with. Anyway, it's time for some wine. Want me to clean that for you?
no, that's okay. I think you're better for conversation than I.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna get
Sorry.
this cleaned out, piping bag, and then we're gonna get the pumpkin spice done.
Okay.
And then while those are sitting out, we're gonna do our risotto start to finish. And then by that time, our macaroons will be ready to go into the oven. And then also because they are so finicky and you have to be very sensitive to the macaroons, we're gonna bake them one cookie sheet at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it only takes like 13 minutes.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
So that's another secret that I do. I overcrowd everything. So like if I have 4 shelves, I'm shoving cookies on every shelf. And I know that like the more you put in there, it's harder for it to cook, but I just want to be done with it. Like just shove it all in there. It's like, come on, crank up the heat an extra 5 degrees. Okay. See, chef is good for me because I'm not a professional cook or a chef, and my methods are very, you know, unconventional maybe. And so she's teaching me about being patient and the methods involved, and I'm like, whatever, just do whatever works.
Wine helps with patience.
Yes, and you know,
You
I
drink
don't,
enough.
I don't
even want
normally
dinner
drink,
anymore.
so it's like I'm a little happy today. But yeah, I think it's like one of those things that you know, when you're baking, you want to get it right, and because baking is scientific, you know, you have to follow directions. I'm not a follower. I'm not a direction follower. I'm not an in-the-box thinker. So I'm like the worst kind of baker ever. But I'm learning. I'm trying. Like I said, if you bake, if you do bread, if you do pastries, let me know and come on. I have, just to give you a heads up, I have this Friday, I have Corner Butcher Shop coming on, John Fueling. He is an amazing guy. He's my favorite meat guy. He has a great butcher shop in Laverne. Also has a restaurant, I think it's called Darnell's. I did a TV show there, I should know. It's Darnell's Barbecue or something. Wonderful pre-made food. You can buy food prepared and take it home. You can eat at the restaurant. You can buy just meat and take it home and prepare it yourself. I know a lot of fans that are watching right now love to go there. He's going to be doing turducken, prime rib, and turkey. And I'm sure we'll do some sides because Thanksgiving's coming up and everybody's getting, you know, what am I going to serve? What am I going to do? So tune in this Friday. I'll give you a heads up, you know, a day or two before what time. I need to talk to him to find out what time he's going to come on. And then Redlands PD, if you're a Redlands PD or your spouse is Redlands PD, come on over, I'll feed you. So that's what we're doing with the food, is we're gonna feed Redlands PD because we love our local heroes and we want to feed them, and I don't want stalkers in my house. So selfishly, so we want to feed them and give them food. So if you're Redlands Fire, send me a message. You can come too. It's all good. I'm sure we'll have a ton of food. And then next Monday, I have Veronica Cortez. She's going to be doing pumpkin pie from scratch and teaching. She has some great tips for making it look beautiful, and she's an amazing baker. So that'll be Monday. So I'll give you guys heads up and post about it, but I just want to let you know I have some exciting things coming up. Okay, so we're doing the same thing again, 2 eggs. Just going to take the...
So this one's going to be just a little bit different.
Okay.
We're still going to do the same egg whites and sugar and the cream of tartar.
So do you have like a trick for getting, I mean, I know you're taking them out with your hand, they're not seeing this on camera, but do you have, I mean, when I do egg whites, I just kind of do that, is that you...
Some people do like the water bottle trick.
I've seen that, I don't do that.
I've never tried that.
Okay, where they like, have you seen that, where they suck it out? I break the egg and then I do this kind of thing. Do you guys do that? What do you do for egg white? That's what I do.
I've been taught by a few chefs that the most basic way to do stuff is always the best.
Yes.
Even with like chopping, those fancy choppers for your tomatoes or
oh
things.
yeah.
That's cheating.
That's they're
not
so
what,
lame.
you know, Italian grandmothers did.
Exactly. They use a knife and they cut it.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
But I mean, our mixer, there's no way I'm sitting here to whisk egg whites.
You have one arm that's all buff, your other arm's all wimpy. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the same way.
Same way. Okay, so to this goes the sugar,
cream and tartar. So then we have dry ingredients, or I guess dry flavorings and coloring that we're using. So we did the mint extract and the gel for the mint ones, but now we're going to do the powder color. And this also you can get at like a specialty cake store.
Look at the color, it's so pretty.
So this one we were doing the pumpkin spice, so I got the orange. And then there's already sugar in the cookie. It's already a complete cookie, but we want to add some flavor, so we're just going to do some pumpkin pie spice. Okay. And you'll notice the aromas and just immediately how
so will these be sort of salmon-y? Not super orange?
Yeah, not too orange.
Pastel, yeah, so pretty. Okay, love it.
So we're going to put, so these are our dry ingredients, and when you don't want to really mess with the recipe. So as little as possible. We did our gel with our egg whites, because it can incorporate pretty gently. And then I already measured out a quarter teaspoon of each of these. And I already have it right here in this bowl.
Okay, so that's your
powder.
powder.
Our pumpkin spice, and then this is our coloring, and then this is the almond flour powdered sugar mixture.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna get my stiff peaks, just like the last batch.
It's so pretty. Now, what would happen if you, I mean, aren't there cookies that you just use like this kind of stiff peak type stuff, or do you always add, I don't know the name of them. Aren't there cookies that you make with just the meringue?
There's meringue.
Meringue.
Cookies, yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay.
And a little tip for those, they won't, when they're done in the oven, they won't be firm. Once you take them out and they get to room temperatures, then they get crunchy.
Oh.
So you could,
Right? I'll be staying tuned for all your shows. Very excited. Thanks, Maddie. Definitely you want to see stay for the risotto, and of course you want to see the cookies come out. So yeah, you come this far, you can stay. It's a longer show tonight, so we get that, but Jade wanted to fit as much in as possible and keep you as entertained as possible, where I get like ADD and I'm like, okay, I've been on for 5 minutes, I gotta go. So this is a more like an in-depth cooking. I like it.
all right.
Stiff peaks. That mixer is nice and it's quiet.
So stiff peaks. All right.
Okay.
So if you would like to sift.
Sure. Am I sifting
mixture,
this directly into here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Use the sifter.
I don't know. Where'd it go? I get to sift. Okay, so, okay, you're gonna do it in there. Oh my gosh, I get a job. Okay. So the idea is to do this slowly, right?
Actually, that doesn't matter.
It would be like the Lucy where it's,
So let me just put it all in first,
Okay.
and
then wait. I'm getting too excited.
See, patience, Trisha.
I have no patience. That's what I'm saying. I'm very like immediate,
It's like my kids' classes. They run in like, ooh,
instant
nice.
gratification. Like I want it to be great. Okay, now I can sift. Is there a method to this, or you just?
There's no method.
Okay. It's pretty. Smells good.
So then too, you guys notice we're using the same mixing bowl. Make sure it's completely dry if you're gonna do 2 batches or 2 different flavors like what we're doing. So we don't want to add any extra. It's very important.
No extra moisture.
No extra,
Yeah.
anything.
Well, because egg whites are weird about any other ingredient, right? Okay. And so there are like, I don't know, there's a little chunkalloids in there. So I guess it is good to do that. Who knew? I was surprised that I had one. I was very impressed.
This is the best kind
Now you fold.
So that is the third. Yep. So now you can start folding, and that is our 3rd time sifting.
I don't want to ruin these. I just do it slow, right?
Yeah. Well, not so slow. Just gently.
Gentle. What is it? Soft kitty, mild kitty, little ball of fur. What is that? Big Bang Theory.
She started singing.
And she's like, oh my gosh. I feel like I should sing to it. Happy kitty, some big kitty. Purr,
It jumps out of the bowl and runs out the door.
And then I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't sing.
Just kidding.
It's like me in the car. I think I can sing. I'm like,
You have a beautiful voice.
yeah,
I love
beautiful. The wolves in the backyard are howling. Okay, so slow, like molten lava. Gosh, my arm already hurts.
It is work. Yes.
I did arm day today at the gym, so like my shoulders and my arms are tired anyway, so it's not your fault. Okay. Am I doing good, or do I need to?
Oh yes.
I need to up my game.
So you always want to make sure you are scraping the sides because we want everything incorporated.
Okay. I feel like I'm 3 years old. Look at the color though. It's really pretty. Can you guys see in here? Watching the World Series. Yay! And watching at the same time. Boom! Who says women can't multitask?
Who's winning?
Who's winning? I want to know about the Penguin game too. I think we're on break still, but okay. Is it looking okay?
Yep.
Should you take over?
I mean, sure.
I mean, I don't want to wreck. I don't want to wreck. If I'm doing good, I can
No,
still
you're
do
doing
it. Okay.
Just scrape the sides a little
I'm
bit better. Maybe a firmer spoon. You gave me wine. You took mine.
I know. I think we need a firmer. There's that red. Get that red one over there. See the top. Yeah. So my kitchen used to be red, so I had, of course, I'm color coordinated. Wow, I'm a designer. So now I have like the blue ones, but that red one is stiff. So yeah, give me that sucker. I didn't look at it. I was kidding. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is much better. Okay. So that's form over function with that one.
And then I'm just gonna get our
I feel like it dissipates into nothing.
pan ready.
Okay. Do you need the, do you have the template? Okay. All right, see, is it, am I looking, is that molten lava? I feel like I'm,
Oh yeah, maybe like 5 more turns.
1, 2, 3.
So then again, we're gonna start and we're just gonna put a little bit under the parchment paper, and that's gonna help it from moving around while we're piping.
More?
Oh, they can't see.
Oh. Oh,
Switch you in the bowl.
is that molten lava? I don't know.
That's a cute photo, actually.
Somebody screenshot it for me.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna, my fingers. Am I gonna get salmonella poisoning? Probably.
All right. So mason
I'm gonna go
jar
wash my hands.
is helping me out.
Oh, that tastes good. Do you need this? No, you don't need the meter.
Yeah. So we're all done with. We're gonna let our macaroons sit for a while. I'm gonna have Trisha do some piping.
Oh no. Dodgers have 2 out, 1 in the 3rd. I don't know what that means. mean they have two strikes? Is that what that means? I don't watch baseball. Hockey only.
Oh, and then I guess also a piping hack. You want to always twist this as you're going, just so you don't create air bubbles and yeah.
You trust me with this? Wait, I have to. Okay, so the trick.
So we put a
tip
little
was-
bit underneath.
Okay, I can't see. You know she teaches children in her
We
cooking
actually
school.
did macaroons in my kids ages 5 to 11 class last.
Now she's shaming me. Not kids.
No, I think I also don't really like baking because I do not like to measure out everything. I like to
Just do it as it
sprinkle a
goes.
little bit of this,
Okay.
change it up.
So
So what you want to do is you want to go straight up and down,
Okay.
stay pretty close, squeeze it out, and then you're not gonna rise up when you stop squeezing. You're just gonna stop squeezing and do like a little turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
And just a little swoop around. So you can see Trisha.
It made a nipple.
Rose up a little bit, so you want
Okay.
to stay close to the pan and don't move around at all.
Okay.
Everything you know about piping, icing and frosting cupcakes, this
Okay.
is a little bit different.
Okay. Is that enough?
Okay, and then stop squeezing, and
Okay.
then we'll just do a little roundabout.
Okay. Mine look like nipples.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I want to go like.
Yeah.
Okay. What would happen if I did that? It would look.
We just want them to be nice and flat and smooth.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite macaroon I've ever had.
Right. Is that still
Yep.
sweet?
No, that's good.
Okay. I'm gonna get this down.
I'm gonna have a drink of wine.
Well, come on camera.
Because
It's
now
not
I feel
fun
like
doing
I get a break.
this. Wait. Ah! Okay, somebody's at my door. Okay, I do a roundabout. Ooh, I'm making nipples.
I got one cracker left.
Okay, we're doing a film.
Blah, blah,
He's a
blah.
Boy Scout.
Here, I'm gonna let you do this.
We've been
Sorry.
here. We've been in the kitchen
Yeah.
for a while.
I'm gonna
Mom mode.
be a mom for a minute. I have kids, by the way. Okay.
Oh man.
Let's go get.
Pull this out.
Now I really feel the pressure to have something witty to say.
You don't have to be witty. You're
Oh,
talented.
thank God you're back.
I'm back. I'm back. So I want to talk about what Chef Jade does. So if you're local in the Inland Empire, or even if you're somewhere else, she has a cooking academy, and it is called Chop It Up, and it's in Redlands. And she does these amazing cooking classes. So she does parties, she does catering. You do some food prep and personal chefing as well. Not her main focus, but like if you're nice and you're like, she decides to do it, maybe she will. There goes my son. So I want to go, I was thinking a girls' night. So if you're out there and you're thinking you'd love to do a girls' night, I would say, girls, message me. Let's do a girls' night. How fun. You cook, you drink wine, or you don't drink wine, whatever you want to do, and you can learn whatever. And you're really good about the classes, right? Are they like a pre-done class, or can you kind of like say I want to learn something? Like how does that work?
So we do private groups. I just had a ladies' night last Thursday.
Okay.
My neighbors actually, it was a lot of fun.
Super fun.
They kind of just sat around drinking wine, making Cornish game hens. We we did a creme brulee and team building, personal
love it.
chef, private parties, anniversary dinners.
So she
little
invited
bit of
us to come,
everything.
my husband and I, and we came to a couple's.
We have to tap these. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and tap.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, well, while she's tapping,
Oh.
yeah, you go over there. So she did like couples, and so it was a keto and a non-keto. So she had keto and
I guess you can see
non-keto.
the air bubbles. Maybe
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
So the air bubbles when they're popping. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, you can kind of. They're coming up to the surface. I can see.
Oh yeah,
them.
there we are. So you can see
You
like
see 'em?
air bubble right there, right? So we want to get all those popped.
You want to get rid of the gas. So we did a couples night. My husband is there, and we had a great time. She did a questionnaire. Everybody was laughing by the end of the night. You have new friends, so it's kind of something sexy to do with your partner or your significant other. To go to a couples night, that's something she does as well. And I think we did pasta. We did. What happened? They just blew over. The fan just flew the pit parchment over. It'll be okay. We can rescue it. That was great. I love it. Not TV, folks. It's just what it is. We did. I don't remember what we did. It was good though. So I want to do a girls' night, cooking night. I think it'd be fun. If you're interested in doing it, send me a message or drop it below and I'll message you. I'd love to find a night that we can all get together. You know, it's just a fun thing to do, to get out of the house, get away from your kids, you know, get away from your husband. And if you want to bring your husband, that's fine too. You can cook. We won't discriminate. But I think it's a fun thing to do. I love that she does that. So it's Chop It Up Redlands. You can look, I think I tagged her in here, and so you can send her a message if you have any questions about what she does. But I'm also going to do my daughter's birthday party there. So she's going to do, like, she totally catered the pasta. She's doing like a rainbow pasta for the kids. And so it's really cool that she can kind of cater the menu, you know, if you're going to, you know, bring 6 or more people and, you know, just have a good time. So I'm all for that. All right, she's trying to fix the...
Oh no, we're good. We're good to go. We're gonna move on to the risotto.
All right, we're gonna do risotto now. So I'm gonna unplug this, and we're gonna do risotto. This is what I've been waiting for. Secretly, risotto is life. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this, so I'm gonna go around the other side, and we are gonna do risotto. All right, this is out of here. All right, Chef, what do you need over here? You need your
just some heat and then that stock.
You want me to warm the stock up? Okay. Let me put that in. Just want like warm?
Yes,
Medium?
please.
Medium. Okay, let me get rid of this. I'm gonna bring this into play. Get all these beautiful ingredients. Lovely. We've got some parsley, some rosemary, some thyme, fresh garlic, shallots, baby portobello mushroom, and fresh asparagus on here. So this is going to have Parmesan cheese. Bring everything over here so you guys can see all the ingredients. Let me get rid of all this stuff that we have from the last one. Sorry. Salt and pepper. What else do we need? We need wine. You're going to put wine in this. So it takes a Pinot Grigio is what she likes to use in that, so that's what we're doing. Here's your rice, so you can talk about that. You need arborio rice.
So arborio rice is a little bit,
Hannah.
it's more flat, so it's kind of like oval shaped, wider.
Okay. You guys can see. You see
A bit
it?
different.
Yeah, it has like it has a pasta-like shape to it. You know, it really does. I mean, it's rice, but it's a grain, but it does. It has like an oval, flat type rice. So, what would happen if you used a different kind of rice? Would it turn out?
It would not be as great.
So this is a creamier rice. This has more starch in it, doesn't it? What are you looking for?
It was just gas for a second. That's okay.
There it goes. Whoosh. So I believe this has more starch in it.
Okay.
So I think that's why it's creamier. I mean, that's just what I've heard. So arborio rice, and it's just in the rice section. People say it's hard to find. Most stores have it, but you can order it on Amazon. If you live in an area that just doesn't have a lot of, you know, specialty products, just go to Amazon, order it. Okay. So what's the first thing we do?
So first we're gonna do a little olive oil. Should we move it over a little?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it.
Just a smidge.
You tell me.
So first step we're gonna do, because we're doing a shrimp risotto.
Can you see it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of olive oil. Trisha, her Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
friends.
I like Trader Joe's. No, they don't sponsor me, but I like Trader Joe's. I just think they have great prices. That's what I like about them. And I love this one, since we're talking about what I like. I love this olive oil. This is it's a Spanish, organic, extra virgin, garlic infused. I love this. I mean, this is a staple in my kitchen. So you see me using a lot of this in my recipes. It's awesome. Okay, what are you doing over there? Oh, she's rinsing shrimp. So I bought the large size shrimp raw,
We got tail
uncooked, tail on, but they're
Deveined.
deveined. So, but they'll look pretty. The tail on looks pretty, but you do whatever you want. You know, it's totally up to you. I'm gonna move this over too, since we switch gears a little bit. And with risotto, Chef, you were saying like there's different, you were talking about like maybe a short rib on it or other things that you could do.
So risotto is very versatile. I have quite a few vegetarians in my family. You can just skip the protein, more vegetables.
Okay.
But it's kind of just the same concept. And you guys will see the technique. So risotto, I feel is easier than the set it and forget it long grain
Okay.
rice, because it's just, you add a little bit more liquid, then you need a little more.
Well,
then
just
you need a
it
little more.
requires more love. You have to sit
Yeah.
there and kind
Yeah.
of work it.
Yeah.
Where you know, like setting it and forgetting it, you're literally, you know, putting the lid on and walking downstairs or whatever.
So I'm gonna do a medium heat.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna get my shrimp till it's opaque, and then
Okay.
I'll season it, salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna set it aside, and then get the rice going and add it back in last minute. I don't want them to overcook because
They cook quick. If
yes,
you, yeah.
that is, yes.
Oh, I'm getting a score. Penguins 2. Oh, okay, so it's 2-2. It's tied. I just saw. Everybody who's watching the game for me. Hey, Lisa.
All right, so I'm just gonna add these. I moved it away so I don't get
Okay. You can get me. I'm good. So you just rinse the
So I just rinsed it, yeah.
and drained it. Okay.
And I'm gonna do a little bit, some salt.
Okay.
What is this, rock salt?
That is kosher salt.
And then we're gonna do some pepper.
Okay. It's coarse.
Yeah, so we're gonna mix these up.
And they're gonna pinken up. They won't look gray anymore. Okay, they're getting a pretty color. And it just takes a minute or so on each side, wouldn't you say? Couple?
Yeah, I think it's like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. It's quick. So they start to get pink, you know, salmon-y.
Plenty of time to drink wine.
Yeah, right? Should we put, does it need wine?
Is this not, is this
That's your
not-
wine. I moved out of the way because I didn't want, here.
See, Trisha's down for anything. She's so fun.
Whatever. If you come cook with me, it's just about
Good
friends, good time, off the cuff. And she's like, should I do like a timeline? I'm like, you know, no. Like, it is what it is. If you're watching me, you're not watching me because I'm this articulate chef. I'm a lady that cooks. I'm real. I go in my fridge. I see what I have. Nothing fancy, although I like fancy food, but it's just simple.
Yeah.
Quick meals. And this is something, again, we talk about, we're going to be doing a lot of entertaining the next couple months with parties and hosting. Risotto is one of those dishes. If you have risotto, people go nuts. They think like you're a world,
Yeah.
class cordon bleu graduate,
Oh.
right?
Oh.
Right? Oh, right?
Sounds like somebody I know.
I know, right? It's one of those dishes that if you say you're serving risotto, people go nuts. So to serve this for a dinner party, hello, people are gonna go crazy.
And then I don't even know how much time it's been, but you can see
2 minutes.
almost already done.
So they're blushy. You know, they were kind of gray. They kind of look like dead, like how my skin tone right now. I need a tan really bad. But then they pinken up. It takes a couple minutes. You don't want to overcook them or they get kind of icky. Okay. If you have any questions about anything, drop it in the comments. We appreciate you hanging in there. I know it's a long video today, but we're wanting to give you everything, all the information. So if you missed the beginning of the video, go back and watch it. It'll be on YouTube later. We're doing French macaroon cookies. We did mint chocolate chip and a pumpkin spice, and those are made and they're being cooled, or the fans on them to kind of
I
help
guess
them
we can-
set. So she's going to be popping those in the oven. So when we're doing the risotto, then we'll go back to the macaroons and show you the frosting in the middle of them. So we're kind of bouncing back and forth to keep everybody occupied. Do I need to
So
preheat the
these-
oven?
Yeah, the oven can get started
Okay,
now.
so
So we're gonna do 300.
Do you want convection bake or do you want?
We'll do convection.
Okay. And I tend to go higher if I'm going to do convection. So what would you normally set it at? 300? Okay, so 300 on bake. If you have convection, I find for me and for my stove, I like to go about 20 to 25 degrees higher. So if it's 320, I would go like 325, or if it was 300, I go 325. So that's just
So these are already finished. I'm just gonna remove them from the heat.
beautiful. Okay, I was gonna say, do you need a plate? Just put it in the bowl. Okay. So it's kind of, this is a one pot
One pot.
meal. I love that.
So we're gonna add some more olive oil in there.
Okay, you're just dumping out the juice.
Dump out any juice.
Okay.
And the shrimp.
Okay.
So we have these just on the side. We'll add them in last
Okay.
minute.
Olive oil.
So we're gonna do some olive oil.
And you did vegetable stock.
I did vegetable stock.
Now, is there a reason you do that versus chicken? Just because people are vegetarian, or because I don't use vegetable stock very often.
I prefer it with
Or broth.
I would either do a seafood or a vegetable stock with seafood.
With seafood. Okay, so
Yeah.
it just imparts some flavor. Okay. So we did this. I think you could do a seafood, would be good with this as well. So, but what she did is she's warming this on the stove because you want whatever liquid you're adding, you want it to be warm,
Yes.
not hot.
Warm. Yeah.
Warm.
So we have, so we'll be adding our warm stock and we're adding
Okay.
it little by little. So I'm gonna add in, we have our mise en place, everything that we need.
What did she call that?
Everything in its place.
Say that word again.
Mise en place.
Mise en place.
Everybody could speak French if
Okay.
they wanted to.
Je ne parle français.
So we have some shallots.
Okay.
And I like these. These are a little bit more delicate than onions.
My
We're adding
husband's,
our
my
shallots
husband's
in.
texting me. Okay. Oh no. So the spore's high. Okay. Shallots. Now shallots, if you're not familiar, they're a milder. We talked about this before, like an onion and a garlic kind of had a baby, and a shallot I think is a milder, good for sauces, good for something like this. It's not like an in-your-face flavor. And you cut your asparagus up a couple times.
Yes.
Chopped it up. Okay.
Okay, then we're gonna add our mushrooms.
Yum. And these are baby portobello. I just dump that whole, I just
So
take
now
that paper.
Where's my rice? There it is.
What do you need, rice? Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do, because we're gonna be having, it's usually what, a half and half roll or a double
Here, I'm
times
putting
two roll?
all this in here. Not your
Oh, wait,
spices.
but no,
don't you like
yeah,
this?
okay, yeah.
Put it in there, come on.
So we're doing 3 cups of rice to 6 cups of broth, because we want a nice good batch.
So double.
So I guess a recipe if
You
you're
want
doing
that
this
in?
for, not yet.
Okay, no garlic yet.
Garlic
So-
is super, has such a low burning.
It does,
point.
it burns, yep.
We'll do a little more olive oil.
Girl's smart, maybe she was.
Alright, so I have my vegetables, and then I have our rice, so I'm gonna do 3 cups in total.
So you're kind of toasting this up first?
Yeah, so this is kind of similar to Mexican rice,
Okay.
that you do like a little saute with first.
I love that. I think it makes such a nice flavor. Or like rice-a-roni. Rice.
I don't think I've ever made rice-a-roni.
A San Francisco treat. I was raised on rice-a-roni. Come on. You season, you toss, you know how you do it. You kind of brown the rice first and the pasta. I love rice-a-roni.
It's a one-pot meal.
Well, it's just so good. Okay, so, and we're not seasoning this yet, right? We're not doing salt and pepper or anything in here. Do you wait?
I mean, we could.
Okay. Do you want to?
No.
All right. I'm just dictating what we're doing so everybody knows. Here, we can move this out of the way.
Well, but I will point out that I did add salt and pepper for the shrimp, so that is.
Okay,
gonna-
so that part was seasoned.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what are we looking for in this?
So we want it to be, I guess we want it to get a little bit more translucent.
Okay, I feel like it needs
And
more olive oil.
so we don't want our pan to be dry. So if you need to add a little bit more
Yes.
oil.
For sure.
So we want it to be opaque, or not opaque, sorry, translucent in some spots.
Okay.
And we just kind of want it all to be, we want it to give it a little toasting.
Okay.
before.
Now, would you saute the vegetables more before you add the rice, or you like to do it all together and just let them
I like
kind
to
of cook
do it, I like to do all this.
all at the same time? Okay. Good to know. I'd be in there like, they'd be like completely sauteed.
Asparagus is like a 20-minute vegetable,
Yes.
I would say. You don't want to go over that.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it
since
turns
we are
mushy.
doing this over like, I guess an extreme heat, you might say.
Now, this is at medium now. Is that what you
well,
want it
okay,
at?
so it's at a medium heat, but
Okay.
it's more of a, what's the word? It's not quite a simmer.
Okay.
Higher than a simmer, so it's
Got it.
gonna cook in about 13 minutes, the rice. So we add our asparagus
This
in about
looks
the same time.
so good already.
It looks pretty.
I'm so excited to learn everything you're teaching me. I'm just taking it all in. I'm realizing that I'm doing everything wrong. Oh, I just spit. Did we get the food? Nobody saw it. Good thing we're just eating this. I got so excited. Okay. This looks, it smells. I wish they could smell.
Alright, so now we're gonna add our garlic.
Okay.
Sprinkle that around.
Now, how, was that a clove?
That was 2 cloves.
2 cloves of garlic. Okay, so was it 2 shallots?
That was 1 shallot.
1 larger size shallot, a bushel of asparagus, just whatever your standard bushel is, and 1 carton of mushrooms, sliced thin. Okay. And 3 cups of rice?
So we did 3 cups of
cups.
rice.
Okay. So
We're
let's
gonna
make a
do
big-
our white wine. Oh,
Okay.
we need more than this.
Yeah, I got some.
Oh gosh.
We're drinking it. Hey, Wayne!
This was not all the way full.
It's not in reverse? Really? We're still doing selfie mode. Hey, Scott! I know, Wayne. This, can you guys see how gorgeous this is? I mean,
It's so easy though. You know, so far I've just thrown things into the pan, and
she just throws things in a pan and it just turns out fabulous. Whatever!
all right. So, yeah. So I guess you want to do that for at least 2 minutes
Okay.
with the rice. Once the rice is in there.
Okay.
So now we're gonna put our wine in.
Are we keeping it a medium or are we gonna?
We're gonna keep it at medium.
Okay. So how much
So
wine?
it's about. I'd say a cup and a half.
Cup and a half. Okay.
And you can always find any recipe. It's just really the technique that makes risotto risotto.
Makes sense. So you're looking for like what it looks like. You're watching.
So we had discussed doing like a braised beef or, you know.
Yes, I'm all.
She's still sad about it.
I really was like.
But
craving short
I
ribs.
feel like even that slow roasted beef is just a meal like
Oh,
it
yeah.
deserves its own show.
It does.
It deserves its own show. I don't want to rush through
short
that.
ribs. Yes, because I love them.
Let me
Okay.
turn this up. So we're turning up the heat a little bit more.
Okay.
You do want to have it at a simmer.
Okay. So you're seeing there's a lot more movement going on in here. So risotto is about you put the liquid in and you wait for it to completely evaporate, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have wine is really good. It's going to add some sweetness.
Okay. Is that why you do
We
a
want
pinot?
layers of flavor.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this smells like intoxicating. I cannot wait to eat this. I'm so excited.
Now I would add my a little herb in there. Throw that guy in there.
That's fine.
Now we'll do some salt. So you, when you salt things, you always want to do it from a little bit higher above, so it's not so concentrated in one spot.
There you go.
Is that Salt Bay? That's a thing, right? So
So
it's
dense.
for a reason. So you
Really?
want to just have it spread out evenly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Cracked pepper.
And then also with risotto, because one of the staple ingredients is cheese, we're doing our Parmesan, freshly grated. And you want to make sure that you don't over salt before
Great
you start
tip,
adding
Because
all the
Parmesan
cheese.
is so salty.
Yeah.
Great tip. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Do they?
Well, they don't pay me the big bucks. So for mommy, your food makes me want to barf.
Oh no.
That's what my kids tell me. I'm like,
Ungrateful.
oh, thank you.
Oh wait, I think my son's watching. Maybe I shouldn't
Is
say
he?
kids are ungrateful.
Yeah. Hi,
Ian,
Cyrus.
are you?
Right? Oh my gosh.
You on Cyrus?
Cyrus, are you watching mommy?
He logs off.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, I've seen enough of her. Okay, so it's getting absorbed, but it's not like completely. Are you looking for the pan to be dry?
So we don't want the pan to be completely dry.
Okay, so this is.
But we want it just about where you can see the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my
Kinda there.
measuring cup just so we can.
What do we do with it?
What did I do with it? I have no idea. Well, we'll use this size.
You just have the wine in it. I think you put it in the
Sink.
Okay, now you're doing stock.
So now we're adding some stock.
So like a cup at a time?
So this is a half. So this is a half cup.
So
So
you-
I did 2 of these. So about a cup at a time.
Okay, a cup at a time.
I'm gonna add my aromatics because I did not want those to get any brown on them.
Okay, so.
And I do have some Parmesan that I chopped up, but I'm gonna add that at the very last minute.
Right.
A little fresh Parmesan really helps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this is thyme and rosemary, right?
This is thyme and rosemary
Okay.
from your garden.
From my garden. It pays to have some fresh herbs growing. Oh my gosh, this smells like $1 million, you guys. Oh my gosh. And it's so beautiful. That's the thing. I mean, this in a beautiful bowl
Mhm.
served. I mean, it's just such a lovely, lovely meal. So you could do the charcuterie plate and this risotto and some just desserts, these macaroons on a beautiful platter and wine, and there's your dinner party. Like, so simple, you guys. Seriously, you know? Oh my gosh. I think it's intimidating to entertain. When you feel like you have to entertain, it feels like...
Entertaining Facebook Live is intimidating. This I feel fine with.
I know, this is her like thing. I'm always like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but fake it till you make it, right?
Also we had we used Baby Bella's. I love a mushroom risotto with like baby bellas, shiitake.
Oh,
Mix it
yeah.
up a little bit, porcinis, and
Yes,
it's just
porcinis would be delicious.
it's anything you want. So it's starting to dry up a little bit, so it's about time.
Okay.
We're gonna add another cup.
Okay.
So I'll do 2.5 cups.
So you're
So
looking.
so with the rice we did I guess double liquid.
Okay, so we've already done a cup of wine.
Well, it's not a science.
It's not a science,
We
okay.
don't want to measure. You can measure if you're a little bit intimidated by doing risotto, but it's so forgiving.
Yeah.
It's
she's
the
teaching
opposite of
us.
macaroons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I love that. It's the opposite. I need
Just a
forgiving
little
food in
bit
my
more.
life. Forgiving on the waist and the hips, and forgiving in the pan. I love that.
And Trisha's stirring a lot, but you don't have to stir as
Oh, I
much.
know. Thought I had to. I felt like it was lava. Is it lava yet?
Well, we'll just do like, you know,
Okay. So you just,
medium to high heat. Make sure that
That's
it's
it.
not sticking to the bottom of the pan is really what you want to make sure that you're
set
doing.
it and forget it. All right.
Trisha, we need more wine. Look at my
Okay.
glasses.
No, it looks good. Where's your wife?
Oh,
What
mine.
the heck is that?
My ringtone.
Oh.
Who's calling me at a time?
Hello?
Oh, hi, Mom.
I'm on the counter right now. Somebody's calling me. I'm making risotto. So I shouldn't be stirring this. Walk away from it,
Just a
Trisha.
little-
Walk
just a little
away
stir.
from the risotto. Okay. All right. So the macaroons have been drying in the fan
Yes.
to make them stand up a little bit better. So she's going to be putting them
A
in
crust. We want to have a crust,
crust.
form,
A crust
and then
form.
that way, when they're baking, air won't escape, and they'll just kind of rise up.
Got it. Okay. And how are they looking? Were you able to
Yes.
So the fan
So as I was walking,
blew the paper over, and that's why she was laughing. I was like, it happened, you know.
of course.
You know.
See, when you're trying
It's real life,
see, but
guys.
it's when you're trying to rush something that deserves love
Yes.
by having a fan on
Yeah,
it.
we're trying to
the
do it
fan
quick.
blows the parchment paper. I mean,
Yeah,
it's all right.
It's all right. It's okay.
What did Julia Child say? No problem, no worries.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so this is evaporating. We're gonna add some more.
Wonderful. We need a beautiful bowl to put this in. Or do you want a big bowl? Do you want like an oblong? What do you want? Because I think
We could do it family style and
Okay.
do like a big bowl.
Or should we do it like individual? We should eat it.
Well, we're gonna eat it.
Well, we're gonna eat it. There's no question. Like a bowl like this.
Very nice.
Okay. Awesome. And then I'll get us some bowls for us because I want to eat it. And I want to like review it. I want to review it. Oh, how's that? Do we want little bowls? Do we want like just little flat bowls? Getting the right dish is important. Like a flatter. Is that a good one?
Sure.
No? You want bigger?
I just don't like plates that have print on them.
I know.
But that's just me. It's also, who am I? You know what I mean? So,
I know.
lovely
I
bowls.
would have
I
white.
love them.
These are a family.
Yes, I love.
Thing.
See, I'm insulting her grandmother.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not. These were in a cupboard, and I actually never used them. And so when we got our new kitchen, I'm looking for plates. I'm so persnickety about it. And I was thinking, like, I kind of like these. They're actually really pretty, and they're very expensive. The cost of plates. So yeah, we'll use these. These will be fine. But yes, I agree. I like plates that are white. Just
I like black plates also. It just depends on
Me
what you're
too. I
cooking.
know
Like
you like that.
dessert. I
Looks
like
good on
desserts.
black.
mhm.
Yeah, but I like white because I think you want the food to shine. I have some like white bowls, but they're not pretty and they're very big. So yeah, I'm not gonna use those. Those aren't really camera worthy. And I have paper plates too. We could have paper plates. Do you know the entire time my kitchen was renovated, we went through like the Sam's Club or Costco paper plates and cups and spoons and forks. Oh my gosh. That was the worst thing, is not really, the cooking part wasn't so bad because we had like a giant camping stove that we put out there and we used, but not having a sink, that was the worst thing. Because you can't wash your dishes anywhere. Like your bathroom sink isn't big enough to fit
Yeah.
like a bowl or a pot in it. So yeah, that sucked.
I'm not a homeowner. I don't have those problems.
Well, one day. Hopefully
High
you don't
class
have to deal
society
with it.
problems.
I know, right? So all in all, how long does a risotto, would you say, from start to finish?
How long has it been? Do we have time on here? Start to finish, I mean, we did the chopping before, so chopping and prepping and grocery shopping and
Well,
stuff,
not
but
But I'm talking about like from the minute you start the stove on, it's definitely an under 30 minute.
under 30 minutes.
Under 30 minutes. Yeah, that's kind of
Under
like
30
my
minutes.
shtick.
Yeah,
I want to have like a meal cooked in 30 minutes or less.
yeah. So when this is actually, so when it is done and we want it to be al dente, which is to the teeth. So you have to bite every grain of rice.
I'm all.
So once our rice is al dente, we're gonna add our fresh Parmesan. We're gonna put our shrimp back in there that's already cooked. We're gonna put just a little bit of butter. That kind of just brings everything together.
Can we do a lot of butter?
Okay, we'll do a stick. And then we have some Parmesan from Trader Joe's.
Imagine that! They really should sponsor me. In fact, I think I'm gonna make a call to corporate. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I love the shape for the top of when you're doing a dish. I don't know if you guys get this, but I just think this is for presentation. I love to grate Parmesan into the dish, but when I'm serving like a really pretty dish, I love the little shaves. And you can do them without buying them. You just shave them, you know, on the back of your grater. But I just like to have these on hand. You know, call them fancy.
Maybe a little more
A
liquid.
little bit more liquid, but it's looking creamy. It's looking good. So you never like. I always thought there was cream in risotto. No
Mhm.
cream. Okay.
It's just this, I guess, the technique. So I did like 1.5 cups right there. So while this is finishing, we can actually really quickly do the filling for our macaroons.
Okay. Let me clear this off for you, and then get you ready. We're done with the wine. I'll put some in your glass. Where's your glass? Your glass is over here. There you go. Legit.
All right, and
I'm
our oven
gonna
is
use-
preheated.
You want the mixer back, right?
Yes. Oh, it's not. Oh,
It didn't heat up enough?
it's at 295 right now. So we'll just wait a little.
How strange. Should we make it higher? Huh. Alright. It's normally fast.
I don't know about you guys. We have time. We're gonna be here forever.
Okay, where's the mixer? I'll bring that back.
I need my bowl.
Mixer. Great.
So even for our frosting or our
Filling.
cream cheese filling that we're going to be doing, I'm doing a very simple cream cheese filling, but we're going to do it 2 different ways, and I'm going to add some cocoa powder, and then we're going to have the chocolate cocoa powder filling for our mint macaroons, and then we're going to have our cream cheese filling for our pumpkin spice macaroons. And that's kind of a time saver, and also just pairs very well.
What's the time saver?
To have 2 recipes in one. So we're gonna do our
Oh,
chocolate, yeah.
Well, it's just nice to get them both done at the same time. So does this just go like that? Okay. Very cool. And you need the
Yeah.
beater. I love cream cheese frosting. It's like one of my absolute favorites. So decadent. Alrighty. Mike, can I get this on here? There we go. There's your cream cheese. Do you use butter in this as well, or just cream cheese?
I just do cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Powdered sugar. Vanilla.
So since we're doing it for 2 recipes, I'm gonna do 2 packets of cream cheese. And this also I did have sitting out for about an hour, so it can be softened.
Yeah, good. Good point.
Can you open that with me?
Of course. I am definitely looking the batter bowl on this one. I'm just telling you right now.
So everybody is different. Some people like a sweeter filling. Some people like less sweet. I'm not a very sweet person myself.
I I vote for sweet. Not too sweet.
So you might do like a cup of powdered sugar
Okay.
per packet of cream cheese.
Yeah, I would agree
It's
with that.
kind of like,
It's a salty sweet thing, and I think cream
Yeah.
cheese is salty, so that's nice. That's the nice thing about it.
and this, I don't know if you guys can really see
Yeah, they can.
individual
Can you guys see it?
grains.
Yep, I think they can. I can get a spoon and kind of lift it up too.
So this risotto is coming to an end. Our oven stayed at 290.
Turn it up. I don't know if the convection made it. I think go higher. Like if you want 350, then hit 3. You know what I mean? There you go. So if you do 350, it'll be like 325. Okay, so it's to the tooth. You see it? See the texture? Okay. The colors are so lovely. I love the asparagus in it because again, it gives it that color.
Do a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I could use a little bit more in there. Make it creamy. I cannot wait to eat this, you guys. It smells so good. Yeah, I'm really lucky when I get to have the chefs come on because
my.
normally I'm cooking, but they get to cook and I get to eat. So it's win-win.
And she has a wine fridge.
I do. And I'm like, because I really don't drink wine when I'm here, other than when I have somebody here, I'm like, just pick what you want, you know, that's the blessing is you get to pick, you know, what you want. So, yeah, we get to drink and eat and just have a good time. Food is love, you know, that's the thing. I mean, food, for me, everything in my life I can chronicle with what I ate. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I was in France and I ate this, and then we went to Switzerland, and oh my gosh, I had the best fondue, and then I was in Costa Rica or wherever, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
for
the
me,
senses, it's like a
it
smell
is.
you remember.
You know, I've been very blessed to travel, you know, in my life, and it's all about food. It's it's like, yeah, I saw this, but I didn't do much.
Got too much liquid from
Okay.
the shrimp. I'm just gonna.
So the cooked
Okay.
shrimp, she seasoned it, salt and pepper, and a little olive oil. Oh my gosh, how pretty. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
If you want to throw in that Parmesan.
Parmesan, just grate some over it. Okay, so how much would you say? Because to me, like, you know,
A ton.
we talked about Olive Garden. You know, they come to the table with like, you know, how much cheese? Tell me when. I'm always like, keep going, keep going. I could have gotten a bigger grater. Probably should have. I'm doing a microplane, which is really too small for this. I need a, if I
And I
can
have some fresh parsley.
get a grater.
You have spoons?
Yep, they're behind you. Not as easy to do standing up, but I think it's a little bit more on there. Come on.
Here, might be easier.
Yeah, I would suggest doing it on a
the
plate.
I'll do that real quick on the cutting
Okay,
board.
yeah, do it separate and then put it in, because it's too hard to do over. The amount you want to put in there is, here, let me clean that off, okay. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous, you guys. Wow. This is just beyond beautiful.
Oh, you're now it's at 325.
Yeah, you have to go higher. Convection always goes down. So, like, if you want it to be 350. So you want it to be 300, right? So you're good. So
But I had it at 350, so it's
okay, so
gonna
do
keep warming up.
325. Right? Because you wanted 300.
I set it at the temperature.
Oh,
It's heated.
it's ready.
All right.
All right, should I turn this down even more? Because it's like kind of.
It's gonna all form together right now.
Okay.
What do you need?
Put more cheese in there.
So we're doing third rack from the bottom.
Third
That's
rack
what we
from the
decided.
Okay. Do we need something to put them on when they come out, or you just put them right on the marble?
They cool off pretty quickly, but if you'd like, I know you have your new kitchen. You can even put them on the cutting board. No.
No.
So let's talk about anything.
Well, just recap what you did because we're gonna have a lot of people that just came
Okay.
in.
We have our risotto. We're about to put some of our macaroons into the. Oh, I just put the mint ones into the oven. Those are gonna be about 14 minutes. Once you see them rising, that's when you kind of know that you're in the clear
Okay.
for macaroons.
Awesome.
Then we have our risotto that's just about done. We cooked our shrimp ahead of time, set it aside, then we added our vegetables and aromatics and garlic and shallots and everything. And then you want to save for the last step the Parmesan.
Yes. The beautiful Parmesan.
And you'll want to also, when you're, I guess, cooking anything, you want to taste frequently, just so you know how things are going, if
What
you
it
need
needs.
to add a little more of anything.
I'm gonna fish this out because this has done its job. The herbs, you put them in whole, you can fish them out. They kind of break apart. How's it?
So you can see, yeah, so like a minute. So you can see that it's thickening up. And even the broth you can see is a little creamier,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that helps with your sauce.
It's so beautiful. All right, so should I be whipping this?
Oh yeah, forgot all about that guy.
Okay, so how do you lock this in?
So we're
Turn
gonna
to lock.
so this down, and then you also make sure so this doesn't hit. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so we did 2 packages of the cream cheese. So we will add.
It sounds like it's hitting. Is that supposed to do that?
Some of the cream cheese off. So you just want to make sure it's in its little nook. There it goes.
All right.
Oh, maybe
Oh, there it
this
is.
is
Okay,
it?
I got it.
Is that what it is?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, we just gotta do it like full speed.
Do I add vanilla extract?
So you can add, so even a capful in recipes, it's usually about a teaspoon.
Yep.
So you can do a capful.
Or a splash. Okay. Do you add salt to this or no?
You can add a little pinch of salt.
I like salt. I think if you're doing sweet, you should do a little salt. That's just my thing, but what do I know? Am I adding powdered sugar?
So we're gonna do a cup per package. So we'll
Okay,
just
I'm gonna turn this down when I'm putting the powdered sugar in, because otherwise it is gonna go. So a cup. Do I have to measure this? Am I?
2 cups. I put 2 packages, so 2 cups.
Okay.
Or 1 cup per package.
Okay, we're out of all our measuring cups. So. Two cups.
So I got lots of Parmesan. And then I'll do salt to taste.
I don't typically measure powdered sugar too much. I'm always like to taste, but roughly 2 cups to 2 packets, right? Is what you said?
1 cup of sugar to
1 packet, but we did 2 packets, so 2 cups. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. That could be dinner right here, just this frosting. Did you set a timer for those? Okay, I'll make sure.
Oh, do you have a knife for this? No worries,
I'm gonna scrape down the sides of the bowl a little bit because it's kind of just powdered sugar is migrated here.
So we're adding our butter.
cheesy, buttery, ooey, gooey love. Hey, Victor, you need to figure out landscape mode. You can't do landscape mode on Facebook Live. If you know how to do it, Victor, please send me.
See what we're doing when we're
I know.
off camera.
Please send me a message because every tutorial I looked at, you can't do it on Facebook Live. I can take a video that way, but I can't do it Facebook Live. So if you know how to do it, please come over. Victor, I know you. You're not a stalker. Come over, please. Victor's a great chef too. Victor, come, please. I would love to do it that way because then you can see more of the kitchen. You can see more of what we're doing. I hate that we're so limited with Facebook Live, but that's everything I've done has been, everything I've seen is showing me that you can't do it any other way. Okay, so does this tilt back or, because we're gonna separate half of this out, right? And add cocoa to some of it? Is that
Yeah,
what you
so
want to
for
do?
our time saver for the filling, we're gonna have half for our mint, which we're gonna add some cocoa. So we'll take out some of this cream cheese. Did you taste it?
I did not. Am I loud?
You must.
Oh my gosh,
Because
I'm sorry.
otherwise you'll
I'm
taste
so
it.
excited!
But if it's not sweet enough or you need to add a little something extra, then you know before you have to put it back into the mixer.
It's not that sweet, but I like it.
I like it
I think
too.
it's perfect because the cream cheese is salty and savory, and then you've got just a little bit of sweet to that.
All right,
So
so,
good.
I'm doing about half, and then the only thing that we're doing different is adding cocoa powder.
Okay. So, and I love doing that. It's smart to do that. Just take it out. And that's what I do at Christmas time when I do, like, that's the only time I bake. I keep saying Christmas time. But, I make a big batch of frosting, and then I separate it out. You know, I usually make like 4 times the amount or whatever, and separate out for all the different things I'm going to do. You know, if I'm going to color it or whatever I'm going to do. Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
Would you like to give that a taste? I think I have a spoon
I
right
would.
here for you, and then you can let us know if we need more cheese, or I haven't added the final salt and pepper yet,
Okay.
so this will be, that's the exact last step.
Oh my gosh.
What does it need, Trisha?
It definitely needs cracked pepper. I think it needs a little bit of salt, not a lot, but it needs a little bit. And definitely cracked pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
And once again, salt to taste.
Yep.
So,
Whatever you're
like me, I have a salt tooth. I do not have a sweet tooth ever. So,
a little bit more. And people can always salt their own too, you know, you can do whatever. Just stir it again and then I will get a new spoon or I will dabble it from my spatula on my old spoon. I'm gonna fish out this,
smell that cocoa? It's so good. I've seen it. I don't like sweets, but cocoa powder.
yeah, I've been doing a lot. I made that chocolate mayonnaise cake. If you guys did not see the video of my chocolate mayonnaise cake, go to YouTube, Foodie Princess. Seriously, that cake was life. And I did it in the Hershey Special Dark. So the cake was almost black. It was such a rich chocolatey cake, and then the frosting was just my buttercream. It was to die for. Seriously, the cake was so good. All right, let's try this again. I won't double dip, but I'll use my.
So we have our chocolate cream cheese and our vanilla.
That was so good. I mean, you could still use a little bit more salt, but you taste it, see what you think. And we're gonna have Parmesan on top
Let's
too.
see.
We're gonna have Parmesan on top, so. It's good.
I would do some more Parmesan
Yep, for sure.
and some salt and pepper. All right. And we don't want this to dry out, so we'll just, there's like, what is that? A quarter cup?
Maybe, not even.
What's that, our quarter cup?
Yeah, it's not sitting. I'm gonna eat better with this pepper.
All right,
I
let me
think
check out our macaroons.
fresh crap pepper. Move your big butt.
Oh yeah, so you can see, I can't take them out of the oven yet, but Trisha, you can see how they're rising.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Ooh, they already look so pretty.
So the feet, you want the feet is how they,
Yeah, so like the middle is
describe
puffed
it.
up, and we'll show you when we take them out. Do you want me to move? Maybe we'll move these so that we can focus on your macaroons. Oh my gosh, this is so decadent. I'm gonna put a little bit more Parmesan in here.
Oh yeah, here, I'll grate it.
Okay. I haven't been able to really watch. You need, okay, let's see, I'm still reading Victor. Okay, Victor, if you know, please tell me. Can I lick the beater?
Get a hold of yourself.
I lived on keto all summer. I'm deprived. That is so good. It's only better than cream cheese frosting.
It's my favorite.
Delish. All right. I'll be a total piggy and just lick on that thing forever. Okay. Get rid of this. We can get rid of this. I like to clean as I cook. I'm one of those like.
That's good. That's how we're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I hate like chaos in the kitchen. It makes me crazy.
Do you want to add that Parmesan? And I'll
Okay.
do some of this. So I did. So we did. Ended up using.
Watch you.
Well, we ended up using the whole.
Don't worry about the kid. Don't worry about the cleaning.
we did.
Quit.
We did the whole brick. I guess.
Okay. The entire wedge of cheese. Let's just scrape it in. Other than that one little piece of that was the herbs. Yeah. Oh yeah, all that cheese love. Look at this. Oh my gosh, let me turn this down. You guys, I am telling you, I am so excited about this. Wow. Gorgeous. You guys see how gorgeous this is? Move this pot out so they can see. Can you see this? Asparagus, mushroom, shallot, garlic, big shrimps, tail on, they look prettier that way. Parmesan, oh, look at that. Lots of butter. That is decadent. Shall I put it in the bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, there's bowls up here. Okay. Do you want to get your those ready to come out or no?
Yeah.
It's over here, and this back here.
May I use this?
Yeah, absolutely. There's pot holders right there in that first drawer if you want. That whole drawer is full.
There's so many nooks and crannies in here.
I know.
It's perfect.
I know. Gives you lots of playroom.
Okay. So let me
Oh
get
my gosh,
these.
those look so beautiful. Wow. Wow. Those are gorgeous.
So then too, if you're doing multiple batches, you want to give your oven a couple minutes to get back to temperature.
Okay.
So we have our pumpkin spice ones we're putting in.
Wow.
Get rid of some of our trash.
So what are some other flavors that you could do? Like, I love all the colors of macaroons. What are some other, give people some ideas? Like, I love lemon. You could do like lemon zest, right? Or lemon oil, or what do you do? Give us
I
some
actually
ideas.
know somebody. She started doing macaroons, and
There's some crazy
Some trash.
flavors out there.
I've seen like pink lemonade,
Okay.
maybe with like a strawberry cookie, and then you can match that with a chocolate filling, or you can do lemon and basil,
Okay.
pistachio, and anything.
So I mean, are you using?
You could do caramel filling. You could do.
So, but in the filling, I guess, is it where you could you put real fruit in it? Could you do raspberry puree?
So some
or
people.
jam?
So we're gonna be putting our filling into our macaroons, but so I'll show you guys that piping technique. But also you can do that kind of roundabout just on the edges and put a raspberry in the center.
Oh, how pretty!
You know what I mean? So you have like a little surprise in the middle.
Well, I think I have some apple butter or something. Could we incorporate that into the cream cheese on the pumpkin ones?
Yeah. So even too, you could have like two different kinds of fillings. So we could put apple butter in the center.
I'm gonna go like
And
raid my
then-
pantry to see what we have. That's why I'm asking, because I'm thinking like there's so many pretty things that you could add to, you know, really elevate the flavor. I have maple butter even. What would maple butter be like?
here's our
There's
macaroons.
maple butter. I have others. I have an apple thing too. Look
So
how
you can
pretty
see
they are.
like the feet. So you see, this is why we let the top kind of sit out for a minute, because we want it to harden and then rise up.
I love it.
Ooh.
Caramel.
She's definitely digging.
I am. Well, I just, I wondered if you could add that to the cream cheese. There's this apple butter syrup. Like, I think that would just be so yummy. And then I have this maple butter. It's just me. I don't know. I always want to like jazz things up, but I think it would be so fun to add flavors in there. So, just something to think about. This risotto, I'm gonna come over and show you guys. I'm off camera because I'm trying to give Jade some room, but I want to put this out for you guys to see. Clean off the
Hi, Grace.
side.
Here's not parmesan.
Yes, and where's the we have parsley too somewhere.
Oh, I already threw that guy in there.
Oh, you did. Okay.
You want me to chop some up for garnish?
Yeah, that's fine. Bring this over so you guys can see it. I'm gonna crack some more pepper on top because I think it looks nice. Yes. This up. So you just, sprinkle a few of these Parmesan shavings on top. I think this would be pretty in a really shallow bowl. I have one way up high that's beautiful. It's a lower, wider, especially if you're having guests over. So I think a lower, wider bowl would be pretty, but for the sake of Facebook Live. But you guys, look at this. Shrimp, mushrooms, asparagus, shallots, garlic, butter, wine, vegetable stock, arborio rice, seasonings, fresh herbs, thyme, rosemary, parsley. What else do we put in it? Get creative.
Butter,
Butter,
shrimp.
more butter, butter, and cheese. We did an entire thing of cheese. So
And
that,
you can really use any kind of cheese. You
yes.
do
That's
a
the fun.
Gruyere is actually very good.
Yes. That would be awesome.
Someone's waiting for the cookies.
I know. I see some of the other there. But you guys, this risotto, seriously, it's ridiculous. So good. So now we're doing the cream cheese.
So we'll pipe some of our mint ones are done. The oven is, right, we're back at 300.
Okay.
I can put the pumpkin spice in.
Want me to get them?
So for these ones, do you have any raspberries?
Raspberry. I do.
Or raspberry mint chocolate? Oh, that's nice.
We also have fresh mint too. You want raspberries, Marvin?
So we're doing the chocolate.
Okay, I'm gonna move the blenders so they can see better.
All right, so have my macaroon. And then for this, I'm just gonna do on the edge. And we wanna put a raspberry inside. Are these rinsed?
They are.
Okay. Oh, she's eating something. She's eating out of the pan with a spoon, everybody.
I won't lie. This tastes like the best macaroni and cheese. Like, it's so cheesy. It has a very, macaroni and cheese flavor.
We need a little more frosting around the edge. This is a
We're
little,
just gonna throw this
it's
away.
a little bit big.
It is. Well, we don't have to do it.
Well, I'm gonna slice them in half.
Okay. Come on. Oh my gosh. This risotto is freaking amazing.
Okay.
Jade, oh my gosh. I am so making this the next time I entertain.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got our raspberry in the center. We have our chocolate filling.
Oh my gosh.
And then we can just kind of seal him up.
That was insane.
So we have a cute little macaroon.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Jade's asking me a question. Okay, we're gonna stop the video. I know it's been very long. We are gonna come back. We're gonna
finish our pumpkin
We're gonna finish the pumpkin spice so you're not
macaroons.
waiting. I know it's been a long video and thank you for hanging in. We'll come back with the macaroons. I'm gonna make myself a plate of risotto because it's so good. And we'll be back in like, what do you say, 10 minutes?
I'd say about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. We're gonna come back in 10 minutes. We're gonna finish the macaroons with the filling, whatever we're doing to that, and we'll show you everything.
Actually, 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
We're
You
going to
guys,
put the pumpkin spice ones in
can you
first.
see this bowl of love? Can you see this bowl of love? It's about the best thing you ever put in your mouth. That's all I have to say. And we will put the recipe in the thread, and the video will be on Foodie Princess YouTube if you want to find it later. If you want to make it next week and you're like, what the heck did they do? It'll be on Foodie Princess YouTube. So we'll be back in like 15, depending. We eat too much.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, let me turn this off. Oh my gosh, that risotto is to die for.